Were you born in 1969?
Nah, I stole this shirt from somebody.
Awesome.
Yeah. Is that it?
No, I'm going to dance for the masses.
How did you get on the show anyway?
This is United A-Holes.
TV things, go.
Welcome back to Area 41, Chuck Lorre's favorite spot on the internet.
Do you like Chuck Lorre?
Chuck Lorre.
He's done some amazing, super popular.
He's destroyed
very
every good show he's been handed.
What? Like what? Give me a list. Give me an example.
2.5 Men, brilliant.
Destroyed it.
Destroy.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory.
Destroyed
one of the
it,
biggest
season 3.
fucking shows ever.
Destroyed it season
Big
3.
Bong Theory.
Ruined it season 3. Ruined it. Absolutely ruined it. The minute he realized how he could shape it to be his little piece of shit that he always makes, he ruined it in season 3.
By putting the emphasis off.
Yeah. Off of the thing that made it good in the first place.
By making it more relatable to the masses.
Oh, love.
Yeah. Which is what we're trying to do. So I guess we're just as big assholes.
Yeah.
We're not producing.
He
I know.
He takes a brilliant idea and destroys it.
Yeah.
Well, let's destroy this and become
Let's
rich.
destroy
I
this
mean,
and
I'm
become
okay
rich.
with that.
We'll do our own artsy thing when we have money.
Well, it was fun.
What are we talking about?
I don't know, Brent, what are we talking about? The intro didn't tell me shit, so...
People are talking.
Well, first of all, what we should talk about is the fact that they should subscribe, like, and ring the bell.
Pound that like
that
button.
guy.
Tell us how you love Chuck Lorre.
Yeah,
in the comments.
absolutely. Yeah. Tell us
How
please.
he is wrong.
What favorite Chuck Lorre show? What shows of his you've watched that you really like?
Oh.
Okay. That's. Did you
Got
get
some Chuck
Did you get
Lorre
that
up your
injury
ass?
at the club just now?
I was doing some manly things and I pulled something in my back earlier.
You pulled some manly things and hurt your back.
Did you tell us the name of the song? It was Suck My Fucking Dick, I do believe.
No,
Techno?
it was Suck My Motherfucking Dick.
There we go,
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry. Yes. That's two different songs.
Oh, great. Now we're going to get copy strike again.
What?
Don't hum that song. We'll get copy struck.
Yeah.
Instantly.
By whoever sings that piece of shit.
Would you like me to fart it?
Oh, sorry. Piece of shit's a different song
So-
altogether. Yeah.
You got the friggin' people to roast me in the comments over me disliking Chuck Lorre.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And we still haven't got to the point of this episode.
Okay. There are things that happen on television shows that have been happening forever, for as long as I've been watching TV. So I've been making note of some of them. So this is shit that TV shows really need to stop doing. Because
It's like letting Chuck Lorre produce them. I'm with you.
I'm sure that Chuck has probably done all of these at some point in time in a show. So I will concede that to you.
Thank you.
He has probably written some stuff and went, oh, I know what we can do. So I'll give you one that happened recently on Shameless. This is what started this whole list. And I won't spoil it for anybody who's
I was going to say I'm not up
watching.
to date.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to give any names as to who it
Killing
happened
off
to.
the main character.
Yeah, when they shot Fiona, it was terrible. No, someone's got 2 dates going on at the same time, and they're at the restaurant, and they're like, "Oh, I've got to go to the washroom." And they leave the restaurant, and they run down the street to another restaurant, and they run in, and they're like, "Oh, hi. Yeah, sorry, no, I was running behind." Yeah, and they sit down, and they have like 5 seconds of conversation, and they order a drink, and they go, "I've got to go to the washroom. I'll be right back." And they're gone for even screen time. Even if you just give them screen time, they're gone longer than the average person would be gone to the bathroom. But then when you factor in the run down the street,
all the things you don't see on screen.
or the run through the back, because sometimes they have to run through the back kitchen and you factor that in. The person
Three's
that
Company perfected that.
nobody's perfected it because it's retarded.
No, it started. I shouldn't say.
Oh, started.
Started it.
I'm sure that they started that, but it's the dumbest premise
Seen it on
ever.
the Love Boat?
How stupid do they think people are? And they're like, "Oh no, that's okay. That's fine. Are you okay? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Did you order yet? Yeah. Oh, I ordered for you. If that's okay, that's fine." And then the meal comes and they have one back. Oh, boy, I don't know. I got I got to go again. And
Did you laugh though when that was going on?
no, No, I didn't laugh because the minute that it was suggested that the character was going to do that, I went,
It's a trope that you
it's
immediately
this.
go, oh God,
I'm
not this
tired
again.
of this. And then they did it, and I'm like, yeah, here we go. And then they get caught, of course, which they normally do. Maybe that's the whole lesson behind it. Don't do this, you'll get caught. I'm assuming. I don't know. Power goes out. What's the first thing the character on the screen does when the power goes out in the room? That
That's a good question.
makes no sense. And they do it on several shows. Click, 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 click. Let's flip the light switch and see if the power's gone out to the entire house. The TV
I suppose
or
you're trying to
goes on.
establish that to a...
But that actually happens. My wife does that. She'll walk into a room. We have
He
candles
just
out.
died. I watched
know.
the life drain from his eyes
It's-
momentarily.
It's
No.
muscle memory is what it is. It's not thought. We're in a room with light. She walks into a room without light, and she flicks the light switch because that's what you do.
Right.
That's right. It doesn't.
No.
It's not because she thinks the
When
power's
I'm
back
watching
all the time.
TV and the TV goes, and the lights go out, I don't go
No,
behind me.
no. But if you
I will
have
give you that.
lamps and
People
whatnot,
have
and you're
done
sitting in a room, and then you go to the bathroom, and you just instinctively hit the light switch when you enter the room.
I will give you instinctively, but the show I watched it on recently, there was somebody in the house chasing them. It's a tense scene, and he cuts the power. And like I said, the house goes in complete darkness, and they do a close-up on one of the characters running away going click, 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 click. And I'm like,
Did you say tense scene or tense?
tense
I was
scene.
going to say, where in the woods would there be a light switch? But now that I know that it was tense.
You can have tents inside.
Yeah. Not in this
You
particular-
could.
Oh, keep going on your list. I'm liking where this is going.
All right, so, yeah, because I got somebody arguing with me over it? Yeah, all right.
Go ahead, Ryan.
So this is something that has happened. You brought up a perfect television show for this. And as much as I like Three's Company, a simple misunderstanding causes chaos, and nobody stops and goes, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Did you think that I went on a date with her? Yeah. No. She's my cousin. Oh! No, you go for a half-hour episode of somebody getting angrier and angrier because they think something is happening, and the person that's being accused of it or whatever is so oblivious. Why would she be angry with me? What's going on? I don't understand. And you watch it and go, are you that stupid?
The best one was Jack and Janet were in the shower, and they had the ferns, the plants, and Furley was outside listening. And just open them up. Whoa, look at those beauties. Right. Classic.
What show?
Three's Company.
Oh. Everything from this century? Or?
We'll get to shows.
Oh, suddenly I'm not the only one being attacked.
Oh my God.
All right, so this one happened recently. Two people enter a room, and they go, come here for a second, I got to talk to you. And they don't even leave the room. They're from you to us away, and they're going, I don't think this is a good idea. You know, he's good. And they're having this conversation about this person. And unless they have established within that show that Randy is deaf and can't read lips, they can hear everything that's being said. I understand the restrictions of doing a television show, but there are other rooms in most of these shows where they could literally step into another room. Or they could have that person leave the room for some reason, and then they can go, well, he's gone. Listen, we need to discuss this. It's frustrating because it's not real. I realize TV's not real. I get that.
They actually morphed that one. So you'll have that scene where like, oh, just excuse me for a second, and they'll just shut a door. And then they'll sit there and holler at each other, and then they'll open the door just one more minute and shut the door. But the person on the other side of the door always says, I can hear you, right? Or I'm standing right here, you know that, right? They've became self-aware and have used it as a comedic trope now.
That happened on Bob Hart's Abishola. I don't know if you watch it.
Don't know that one.
Bob
Is that show any good, by the way?
It is hilarious.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. Bob is played by the heavier guy that was.
He was in Mike and Molly.
Mike and Molly. I can't think of the actor's name. He is standing outside
That guy.
the door, and Abishola's aunt and uncle are arguing about letting him in, and he literally goes, I can hear you, right? So I'm like, oh, thank goodness somebody finally gets it, because they were yelling at each other loud enough that the first one started happening, because I was already making this list at that point. I was like, oh, here we go again. And then they saved themselves. So
I'm seeing that more and more often.
yeah,
Never
that,
hear
that,
as the moment of laughter.
yeah, and I appreciate that, because it's a setup, and then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's funny. This one bugs the shit out of me, I think, because I sell appliances.
What?
Things left in the fridge, and they're just on a plate. There's a sandwich, a fully made sandwich, just sitting on a plate. Piece of cake sitting on a plate.
Yeah, no one ever unpackages anything. Nothing's ever shrink wrapped.
We'll take a sandwich and put it in the fridge overnight and tell me how
You're
fresh.
gonna eat it the next day.
It's going to be dried out. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how refrigerators work.
You're supposed to cover that?
I like how many
Can't
meals.
even have food left over.
I like
Put it
how
in the
many
fridge
meals are
first.
served in shows that they don't even touch, and then that's the end of the scene. Not
Yeah,
that I
they-
want to sit there and watch the meat, but it's just like, holy crap! Like, there's got to be a better setting than going to the restaurant and doing a full meal.
Yeah, and they don't actually eat the meal.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Now, this is one that you mentioned a while ago. They come back from the break, and they give you a 30-second or longer recap of where we were before the break.
I call that myth busting. Mythbusters were the
They
worst.
were bad for that.
Top Gear US.
Oh,
Yeah.
Top Gear USA was terrible for it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shows that are terrible for it. Can I interject one more that I don't know if it's on your list? I know it probably isn't, because you like a lot of the shows that do this, but I'm going to throw one at you guys. It pisses me off, and I'm going to say it before I forget it.
Okay.
Long, meaningless panning shots, a la Walking
What are you talking
Dead.
about? That's mood setting. You gotta have that.
I don't need to see
How
a
else
field
are
of
you gonna make a
Timothy.
20-minute show 40 minutes?
There you go. Exactly. I think someone could edit
It's
all
cinematics.
right.
Cinematics.
Because Timothy and Trees is
Mood
cinematic.
setting, cinematics.
You're destroying the art.
That's what I thought. If I was going to be involved in television, that's what I would want to specialize in, is mood setting cinematics.
I can picture you being good at that. It'd be amazing.
Not to give away anything that did currently happen on The Walking Dead, I'll be vague. But the bad guy's in sight. He's right there. And they pull up their weapon, or they draw their bow, and he's running away. And then they lower their weapon because he's still in sight, but he's running away. And they don't even take the shot.
Or they're a crack shot every other time.
Except for this
Except
time.
for this
yeah,
time,
they
yeah.
take the shot and it pings off a tree or it
Yeah.
bounces
Yeah.
off a vehicle, and you're like, yeah, you've never missed anybody, but now all of
Yeah,
a sudden you miss.
Firearm accuracy and firearm handling accuracy in shows can be something. I mean, there's people that obsess over that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I had to let it go at one point. It was like, okay, this is no longer a thing that I can pay attention to.
There's one on this list that I will not let go because it pisses me off every single time it happens. This is a big one. Tires squealing and they're pulling out of a parking spot. Like, okay, well, we need to go. They're not even in a hurry. Like, okay, well, let's go. Okay. It's like, you're not going fast enough to squeal unless you have.
If your car is out of the
absolute-
line, you shouldn't be driving it.
Yeah. Unless you have absolute shit.
I thought I was watching Old Yeller there for a second.
Or squealing on dirt. The Duke boys did that one.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure that there's some hard packed clay somewhere in the world you could probably get a squeak out of. But they were throwing rocks like, and it's squealing to beat hell.
Yeah. Or the endless gear changes. That's another one in car
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
Burn, 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 burn. And like they're already like in 12th or 14th. I don't know how many.
Well, they're downshifting to speed up, and then
Right,
go
right.
upshifting.
And that would
But it's
go,
always revving the same way.
Yeah.
that would go right along with, all right, let's go. And they get in the
Then
truck.
get in the car.
And they get in the truck. And then they show up at the place where the bad guy is. What?
They forgot to load the gun. They just didn't realize it.
Did I get one yet? Did I get one
There's
yet?
nothing in the change.
It's bad editing is what it is.
Yeah.
I would blame the editor. It's always the editor's fault, right, guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would blame the editor. 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 I would blame the editor.
I mean,
That'd
there could
be
be
another cool
reloading.
job in
There could be
television,
reloading
too.
all through this video. You don't know.
That'd be another cool job in TV too. Just show up into the studio. What do you do? Oh, I do like.
I've got one more that happens, I think, on almost every, especially shows where there's drama involved. At some point in time, someone is going to open a door and they'll look outside, and then they're going to turn around and come right back in their house. The door's sitting there still wide open. Horror shows are great for that.
It's continuity errors.
Yep.
The last time I saw it was literally the person walked over, opened up the door, and literally turned around and came back in their house when they realized no one was there and did not. There's no continuity because the shot never moved. And they walked back into their kitchen and approached, and I'm like, and Patty goes, "Why would you leave your door wide open?" I'm like, "Give me my book."
Okay. Do you have any, Ryan, that drive you absolutely crazy? That aren't
He
on that
hasn't
list?
touched on two of mine.
Okay,
Go
good.
ahead.
Go ahead. What do you got?
I got number one. Fucking, I hate reality television.
Okay.
And
Well, it's
number
just a
two.
genre in general.
Well, I still
I don't like
fucking
soap
hate it.
operas.
Yeah.
Well, it is. The title is things that television shows need to stop doing. So he just
Snuff
needs.
porn.
He just. He just needs those shows to stop doing everything.
Okay, so you hate reality TV.
Yeah,
What about it?
Actual reality TV or the mockumentaries?
the mock you stuff. That's you can tell it's fucking scripted.
Okay.
For fuck's sake. But I hate what I fucking hate is
Tell us what you hate.
TV show starts and then okay, we're just gonna go on a 3-month fucking break and we'll pick it up in 3 months. When did this fucking
Oh, the mid-season break.
mid-season break? Fuck
Time
right
went
off.
from 22 episodes down to 12.
This only started because you have now streaming services like Netflix and Prime and everything else where there's no such thing as a break anymore. You just drink it all. And I will admit, my viewing habits have changed. I cannot watch standard broadcast TV. I struggle with it. Even if it's recorded by somebody, edited down to the point where the commercials breaks were cut out, and I still watch it, it drives me absolutely crazy. Because of the structuring of where the commercial breaks land, the fade to black, the pick up
Oh,
and
I
fade
see
back
what you
in.
mean. Yeah.
Because once you're used to shows that are progressively, he's looking at me weird.
You got a green sprinky,
Okay,
right?
did you want to lick it off me there,
No,
bro?
I just, it's catching the light, right? And it's
Social distancing.
green dot. So
Is that still
now
a
it's
thing?
in your hair.
I hope not, but I haven't found that we've probably passed that yet. Based on the scheduling of this, I'm going to throw yours in for you now. Taking a flight between cities is a great one. Oh, you guys know what I'm talking about. CSI is infamous for that shit.
Okay.
All those crime busting shows, like,
So,
oh, well, they
Go from
go from New
Louisiana.
York to L.A.
yeah.
And I mean, when they decide to go, it's like, we need to get to LA. And like 3 seconds later, they're on the, and it says, it was 2:30. Now it's like 2:45. They're at the airport. Plane's already taken off. It's like, how did you get that through air traffic control? How did you get that all authorized by the FAA? How did you get a pilot?
They didn't say what day.
It's true. They just had to be wearing the same fucking clothes on the same mission.
Well, sometimes when you go to the airport, that's what happens.
They got no time to change. They got serial killers to hunt.
Oh, but he hates reality TV. I think I see why, because anything that's real is like, oh no, that's a lie. You got any more? Nothing?
And that's wrong.